where the name Indiana came from? It means the land of the Indian.
Exactly.
That's what we are about. And the history of Fort Wayne with Chief Little Turtle. I don't know whether you know it, but Chief Little Turtle is recognized today as one of the greatest military strategists this country has ever had. In fact, his strategies are taught in the military academies and in the National War College.
Mr. Cook.
Before I get started, the lady in the white back there, you've been holding up your hand a lot. You want to say something, young lady? You've been up here like this, so.
Thank you for acknowledging.
Yes.
My name is Paulette Nellums. I am the president of the NAACP here in Fort Wayne. And I understand and I no disrespect to any Native Indians or anyone here, I understand the importance of you wanting to know your history. But Fort Wayne in the 6th District, there was just 40 arrests of drugs. There has been murders on the southeast side of town. We can't solve the homicides. And not to say that drugs are not bad, they are. But I think once we begin to look at the homicides and deal with homicides, we're going to get to the root of where these murders are coming from. And it's not just happening on the southeast side of town. We are the ones that's being highlighted. This stuff is happening everywhere. You have drug dealers everywhere, but we need to begin to focus on where these murders are coming from. And I think once we narrow this down to, hey, it might be involved with the drug trade, because just these 40 arrests is saying that one of these murders on the southeast side of town came out of this drug trade. So we need to begin to focus on the issues that face us in this city. History is fine. I will love to hear about history when it's time to hear about history. But this is the time to hear about the issues that face Fort Wayne.
As we go back to Mr. Cook here, I definitely agree with you 110%. But all of our lives, we've been held ignorant, not only for Fort Wayne history, but even African American history. There's not enough attention placed on not only knowing what happened in the past, but we are dumb enough, actually, to repeat the things that have happened to us in the past.
How will us learn about history today, how does that translate into dealing with the issues that face our city? We are getting ready to elect one of these gentlemen. We need to know who it is, what their agenda is, and how do they plan to deal with the issues in our city. And I see the only one represented here from the 6th District is Mr. Williams. That says a lot about who this guy is, who this man is, to come on a Saturday before Easter and sit down and talk about the issues, willing to talk about the issues that face our city, and he's willing to address that. And I applaud you for showing up today.
Oh, yeah.
In the 6th District, you're representing me, and I applaud that, but I applaud all of you. History is fine, Mr. Hackett, but we need to stay with what the issues are, what these gentlemen plan to do if elected to their prospective district.
And part of, I agree 110%. And
we came here for. I didn't come here for a history lesson. I came here to find out what is going on in our community, who is going to be a visionary to address those issues. I'm here to find out, are we going to have jobs? Are they going to create businesses here? Are they going to develop businesses that are already existing? Are they going to grow those businesses? Are they going to go back and really look at the Southeast Strategic Plan that was developed in 2006 by the community of the 6th District that has not been addressed? It's set on a shelf downtown in Fort Wayne. I'm here to find out what's going to happen where I live now.
Yes.
I'm looking towards the future, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. We see depression, oppression, lack. We see all of that here. And it's not going to get better by discussing history. We have to go out and live now for the future. We need to develop programs. We need to develop training institutions. We need to use that HUD Section 3 money to train the low to very low income people that live here, that are on Section 3 housing, that are supposed to get that money. We're here to find out what is the city going to do to address the issues that we face today.
Yeah, and I agree. Terry?
Well, you're implying that there's no relevant history to now, You have to look at the value system of America. The reason that Fort Wayne history isn't taught in schools is that America lives on a myth. That myth is that this is a fair country that's equal for everybody, and you know it isn't. And this country was founded on contempt for weaker people. It's the way it still runs. You have the 400 richest people in America make
but
as
we
much
started
as
at
the
1
lower
o'clock. How close are
40%.
we? How close are, and I hate to be rude, but we started at 1 o'clock. How closer are we being to hearing from these gentlemen about what their plans are for the districts
Well, I was
and,
trying to
and where they
answer why
attended?
there's a
We
connection.
have a school system in the 6th district that is dying.
Right.
There's a whole group of kids that have been missed. And so we cannot continue to sit around. I love history, but
if
I
those
just think there's
kids
a time and
knew-
place for history.
knew
Why
the
don't you ask
history,
Mayor
maybe they would
Henry and the
question
Chief of
authority.
Police and all the people in the city-county building that have been running things for the past at least 4 years, and probably the past 20 years, why they've allowed the city to go down the gutter like they have.
And that's- if they
I
were
mean,
here, we
we're
would
the
ask that
mechanics,
question.
we're
They're not
here to
here.
fix it, it's already broke, you should be down there saying, look,
But where are
either
they?
fix
If they're
it
not
or
here,
they're
sir,
fired.
we will be asking that question. We would not be talking about Chief Little Indian, Chief Little Turtle.
I've had enough.
I'm sorry.
Enough.
I'm sorry. No.
Enough. Now wait. You want to talk about history?
Exactly.
We lived the history.
Why
You want
are
to
you
talk
so-
about? You
why are
want to
you
talk
so
about the
angry?
problems that you
Why are
have?
you so angry?
We had the problems. You just talk about Chief Little whatever.
Little whatever, yeah.
What do you want me to talk about?
This is what I'm saying.
Black
We have no business talking about this. We are here to talk about the issues
History
that
is
face
what
our city.
brought you
That face
here.
our city.
You
We
are
have to be
history.
there.
I am history.
It's apparent.
What, you're not
it's
gonna-
apparent that you only
Get
want your
real.
It's apparent
This is
that
the
you only
history
want to
that
hear
you will
your
receive.
agenda. We're not
We've
here just to hear
lived
the
it.
agenda.
Learn
We are
it.
here to talk about. I know the history.
I
We are here to talk
agree
about-
with you on some
we are here to
aspects,
talk
but
about
don't
the
ever
issues that face-
disrespect my tribe, my
I'm sorry.
people.
I'm sorry, but
You
you need
being
to lower your
I-
voice.
oh,
You need to
excuse
lower your
me.
voice. That's exactly.
Lower
what
your
you need to do.
voice,
Exactly.
then you just listen up.
No,
History
I
is
don't want
what
to listen
is
to
it?
This is not going to affect,
This
this is not
is-
going
I
to make our
agree.
city
Now just
any
be
better.
quiet and
No, I will
listen.
not be quiet.
Can we-
You're here for
can I
your
ask you
agenda.
something?
This is what I'm saying.
I agree
This
to
is
you
the
that
wrong
these
agenda.
people need to
This is
answer
not
the
time for
questions of what's
that.
happening in the future
Okay.
of this city.
Fine, I wish you guys
But
luck.
the history is what caused this city.
Exactly. Exactly.
I need to make a
And
statement.
I apologize.
All right.
But when I am tired of listening about people dogging about Native Americans, I've had enough. This is our country. Welcome to it. This is my city. I'm glad you're here.
It's our city. It's
Be
not-
respectful for it.
It's our city. It's not
If,
just one
if
city.
there was a point, man,
This was our city.
if there was ever a
We
point to
welcomed everybody into it.
whoever,
Now these people are telling me what to do in my city?
right. And if there was ever a point, no matter what demographic we say we are in, or no matter what racial group we say we are in, we should always respect the ancestors. Make no difference. If you say you're black, Hebrew, Indian, you should respect the ancestors. So, for the sister to me, to denigrate Chief Little Turtle's name, that was disrespectful. Coming from my perspective, that was disrespectful.
Okay, she was
So,
on-
so what we're talking about is history. But one thing we must understand about history, if we fail to understand history, we will be doomed to repeat it
I
again.
know.
So
No,
we cannot sit in here and say that
But
we want to
that
go.
wasn't the agenda. That was not what was presented to us. We were told that this
We
was going to be a
understand.
debate between people that are running for official offices. So when we came here, we were told that there was going to be a debate. So far, there has been no debate on what we were told
Okay,
we were going to talk about. So
Now, I did,
Please
okay.
forgive me. I must interrupt at this point of the show. You know, I have no problem with anyone ever attacking me verbally or disagreeing with me. I encourage it. I like debate more than anybody. But I have to say that I did try to contact the president of the NAACP numerous times, and she was always too busy to meet with me and talk with me about laying out a plan for this forum today. Miss Williams, I did try to contact her husband, and there was a block on his email, so I could never send any information about what I had wanted to do to him, so they didn't know. But all the other candidates did know what my plans were. My premise was this: anyone seeking office in Fort Wayne needs to know Fort Wayne history. Otherwise, how can you lay out a vision when you don't know the beginning of the community that you plan to apply that vision to? So, and this whole show, as a matter of fact, is geared toward talking about Fort Wayne history. I found out students don't know Fort Wayne history. Almost hardly nobody knows Fort Wayne history, because I found out it's not really being taught anymore. It has been almost edited out of history, and that's a shame. People in Fort Wayne should be really protesting the fact that the greatness of Fort Wayne history is being ignored to such an extent. But in order to protest the fact, you've got to know the history yourself. So we'll get back to the show.